GIZ is working on behalf of the German government in the field of sustainable development. In all our programs, the human element, or like we call it, human capacity development, is the key for success, since sustainable development needs people who drive change processes, people who design and implement innovative development plans. The Department of Economic Affairs, Government of India, asked us to provide learning and exposure programs for Indian professionals addressing management and leadership skills. So together with the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy in Mussoorie, the leading training academy for IRS officers, we co-created a 3-day leadership module, Leading with Passion and Purpose. This process of co-creation was beneficial to all partners, since there was a lot of sharing of knowledge and experiences.
The main purpose of international cooperation is to develop viable solutions for a better future. Our Academy for International Cooperation can only achieve its mission by cooperating with strong partners like the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy.
The cooperation between the GIZ India office as well as the GIZ Germany and Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy in framing and developing and designing a program which is addressing the leadership aspects of Indian bureaucrats. It actually supports the country by giving people who are more visionary, who are forward-looking and who are the great leaders, as well as the international arena, because India being such a big country, it has a much larger reach and much larger scope of improving the things in the region, the South Asia region, as well as globally, one can say.
The 4 competencies are integrity, managing self wherein I mean self-awareness and self-control, people first, and the last one but not the least one is leading others. So this whole program based on these 4 competencies has been created to answer that dichotomy between the India which is based on superheroes vis-a-vis the India, modern day India rooted in democracy, wherein everyone ought to be respected and there ought to be, we need to adhere to the preamble of the nation rooted in justice, equality and other fair practices.
In my understanding, there are 3-4 success factors for co-creation. The first one is that the parties involved in co-creation have a sound understanding about the domain for which they want to co-create something. In this context, GIZ and LBSNE, they have a long expertise and experience on leadership, so we have something on which we can work on. The second is the ability to deconstruct your assumptions, your concept and processes. And I would say both parties, they were strongly engaged and willing to deconstruct their assumptions, their processes. Third factor is the curiosity, the ability to try out something which is not there, which has not been applied, which was not a routine before, and to dare to risk, to fail, and then try out something new. And the fourth factor, I would say, that is, I would make a link to the Karma Yogi. You need people who are, at least for the period of the co-creation, Karma Yogis. That means they are so engaged with the work, they don't reflect about what are the consequences for me, what is going to be the outcome. So they are carried away with the process, that something comes out of the process which was not predictable.
He should look from a fresh perspective about every problem. The approach should be a value-centered and a vision-driven. He should be very clear about his thoughts, and he should also develop his core values that he should fulfill and follow at every cost. He should also mind that integrity is the first and foremost qualities that every leader should have.
इस देश और इस समाज को सिर्फ ऐसे लीडर्स की ज़रूरत नहीं है जो मतलब सैकड़ों सालों में एक बार पैदा होते हैं और पूरे देश को या पूरी कायनात को बदल देने की ताकत रखते हों, बल्कि अगर इस देश से समाज को बहुत कुछ देना है तो हमें ऐसे मिडिल लेवल के लीडर्स को पैदा करना होगा जिनमें लीडरशिप क्वालिटी महात्मा गांधी या मार्टिन लूथर किंग जैसी तो ना हो, लेकिन उस समाज में एक छोटे छोटे स्तर पर चेंज ला सकें, ताकि उनके द्वारा लाए गए चेंज को जब आपस में हम जोड़ें तो पूरे समाज में क्यूमुलेटिव चेंज दिखलाई पड़े।
We always expect other people to go for changes radically and in fact drastically, but we don't realize that people have other backlogs for the commitment, for the work. So what I believe that there is only one place in this world where you can create changes, and that comes from within you.
Leadership has many layers, and for me, it really means how to handle people. And when you are working in something like the Indian Administrative Service, you have to deal with people with different abilities and different capabilities, and using those abilities to make the best for the nation. And I think this leadership module has been definitely been a success in enriching us.
In the entanglement exercise, we learned that the solution actually lies within the team. It is just that we have to create an enabling environment for our team members to come up to us and give their valuable insights, and we should be accommodative enough. We should accommodate their views also. We should be accessible to our team members, and that's how we should arrive at a solution. First is the competency which a leader should have, but when I thought of people's first, what came to my mind was public at large, which is there, but it also includes the team, your staff, your subordinate, everyone around you, your colleagues, your peers. So when you are working, when you are leading a team, you have to be taking their views into consideration also.
In 2025, we envision the poorest Indian woman who would say, I, the poorest woman, living in the poorest district of India, which is green, electrified, well-connected and peaceful, proudly claim that I am healthy, educated, formally employed, have social security, access to all economic, social, political and technological resources as much as my husband, and my girl child can freely walk through the streets at night. In gross national happiness, my India ranks number 1.
The journaling task that we did brought forth many questions which were a little intimate and which were a little disconcerting, but it really helped me understand those critical moments which shaped me all these years. It also provided me insights into those issues and those people who actually motivated me and brought me here. It also helped me learn a little more about myself, and I'm very thankful for that.
I believe this is a wonderful document which has been named suitably as Yatra Patra, and this is the perfect culmination of 2-day workshop on leadership. The first part, which include roots, childhood, education, prime and legacy, just helps an individual as to see who he is. And the second part, which is there, reflecting purpose, values, me in 2025, challenges and competencies, support and progress markers. This is basically a reflection of who he want to be in coming 10 years. And the way it captures all the introspection, by looking inward, by thinking about his future, by looking about his strengths. In last 2 days, it captures all the essentials in this document in one go. And it can become a very strong tool for self-introspection and development if one can use it effectively.
There is a direct conflict of interest between your honesty and integrity along with the other feeling of empathy. So I mean, we can actually think about it. If you start reflecting upon it, there is a slight confusion on which values you need to stand for. So is it about the classroom discussions which we happen on leadership modules, or how you going to continue it in the field?
Honesty, integrity, commitment, all these leadership aspects are in human being, but people don't know to prioritize which aspect. So we need this kind of modules which will remind us that this thing is more important in your life.
The values play an important role in today's world, because the way the environment actually is coming up and the way the things are being managed in our country, I think it is the values actually which will set the moral compass for all the civil servants and all actually the people.
Key takeaway has been the exercise where we listed out the values. I never had given much thought to this or really prioritized what is important to me. I always kind of assumed that I know what is important, but actually sitting down and thinking through the situations that I have faced in my life and listing down what worked for me and what didn't really helped me as a person. It helped me reflect and it helped me understand myself much better.
किसी भी नेतृत्व में जो समस्याएं आती हैं वो चार तरह से आती हैं। एक हमारे अंतःकरण से होती है, एक हमारे परिवार से होती है, एक समाज से होती है, और एक हमारे जो अधीनस्थ हैं या हमारे ऊपर के अधिकारी हैं वहाँ से आती है। लेकिन जो मेन चैलेंज है वो हमारे अपने अंतःकरण का है और परिवार का है। लेकिन मैं मानता हूँ कि जितनी भी मूल्य हैं जीवन में हमारे, वो सब कमिटमेंट के द्वारा, सेल्फ कमिटमेंट के द्वारा पूरे किए जा सकते हैं।
The clay model task gave me an opportunity to model out where I would see myself in the next 10 years. It really helped me understand as to what tasks I would like to pursue ahead and gave it a more concrete shape. I could vision out, I could plan for myself, and I could get insights from my friend who was mentoring me throughout this task, and I really enjoyed it.
किसी भी प्रॉब्लम के सामने आने पर तुरंत रिस्पॉन्ड करने की बजाय पहले उस प्रॉब्लम के सभी पहलुओं को समझो और उसके बाद उसका सॉल्यूशन निकालने की कोशिश करो, साथ में लोगों के सजेशन भी लो।
The fourth competency, I think all of you know now: leading others, people first, integrity, managing self. Managing self also has two components, and I was sharing with Mohan that we've tackled one component, that is self-awareness, but the other component of self-control, which I personally feel is, well, in case I were to rate, I would rate it at the very top. A lot depends, actually beyond a particular level. All of you have a particular level of IQ, and that's all right, and I think we don't need to really dwell on that, and also because we don't need to dwell on that because that's established when you are 15 years of age. After 15 years of age, your IQ is done and gone. You can't improve it, maybe marginally by a lot of efforts, but you can't improve it. What you can improve is your soft skills, your emotional maturity, and your leadership skills. That you can. And that set us thinking as to why should we not have a more formalized, more structured inputs of leadership as the programs are rolled out by the Academy.
Dramatic change in the last 50 years. So what will be the change in 50 years? Very difficult to imagine. And you will experience that and you will shape it. That is the grounding in values, having clarity about purpose, having a vision, not to be too focused on what are the goals, what are the targets, what are the objectives. And I think it is about the who you are, how you can connect with the others. These programs try to focus on that.
I found the particular techniques that were used in this module so far to be very simple, seemingly very simple yet very revelatory, and also the fact that they're action oriented, that is we perform several activities with our peers, makes it a great deal of fun rather than if it were just theory based.
The variety of exercises conducted in this 2-day module, especially the human knot exercise, the walk which we had, the exercise with the partners, especially this drawings which we had, which brought out the different qualities of being an effective leader, really had incited our minds.
इस तरह के लीडरशिप मॉड्यूल्स जो होते हैं ना, वो हमें एक थ्योरेटिकल बैकग्राउंड देते हैं. उस थ्योरेटिकल बैकग्राउंड के बेस पे हम अपने व्यवहार में परिवर्तन लाएं, हम आसपास की सराउंडिंग से चीज़ें सीखें और हम अपने व्यवहार को डेली बेसिस पे कुछ ना कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए सुधारें.
It has helped me in crystallizing a lot of things which were in different pockets of my mind. Not to say has added also a few dimensions to how I look my way of doing things, how I look, how I should be leading, and how I look at how I should be dealing with my team and the wider world.
For the organization, the biggest benefit is we not only got the end product, which is the leadership module, but also enjoyed rather more so the learning and the experience of the process of co-creation, wherein we understood the co-creation environment wherein both the parties have a lot of trust for each other and depend on each other, and also ensure that it takes two to a tango.